Hey guys, it's me, SimfinityPlays. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Simfinity, aka Sarah, and I make aesthetically pleasing videos for you to watch and me to enjoy making. In today's video, we are going to be doing a how to keep your mods folder organized master list post. So my previous video was a minimal mods folder. Now I'm going to show you how to keep that organized. So let's go ahead and get on to it. Firstly, I recommend that you grab the completely empty organized mods folder by 𝑛𝒌𝒻𝒻𝒃. This is really good in helping you just stay really organized. Like, this is even too organized for me, but I do use this because it does help me. Like, when I see all the folders, I'm like, okay, let me just do it. So I recommend that you grab this. They have multiple versions. You can get just the CAS, just the build by, or you can get both. I use both, just depending on what you want to do, and your folders will look something like this. Nextly, this is the only app that you will need, or like program, for this tutorial. You will not use SimSource Studio, you will not use the tray importer. Those are good to have, but this is pretty much what I used to sort my CC and mods, and as you can see, that's what it's been created for. This is the Sims 4 Mod Manager by Game Time Dev. It is absolutely amazing, and she even has a mobile version where you can swipe CC that you want and do not want. So I suggest you check that out as well. Very quickly, I'm just going to download a piece of CC that I want to show you how this works. I'm using this hair by Dogsill. This is the 𝒂𝒏𝒊𝒛𝒆𝒅, and I'm just going to grab both, and then we're going to move on to the mods manager. All right, when you open the mods manager, it looks something like this. You can see, this is why I recommended that you get the organized mods folder, so you can kind of have an idea of what's going on. As you can see, I have my create a sim here, which is just going to show me what's in it, not necessarily the subs folders, which is totally okay. And you can see that I even have my Sims Realist, my sacrificials. All of my mods are pretty much like in order of what I use: UI cheats, UI, etc. But how I use this to organize my mods folder is it has this import feature where you can import mods, and I feel like this is a little bit longer than drag and drop, but it does make it easier. So I can go ahead and select all of these mods, right? And I didn't even know I had this one by Enrique. Go ahead and click open. It's going to pop up this tab, and you get to see all three of the simple files, and it's going to ask you, where do you want it to go? And this is where you can choose where. So teen to elder, and I'm going to put it in hair to medium long, and I'm going to click close, and then I'm going to go ahead and copy this so that I can go ahead and do this for all of them just by double clicking, putting it in, and then going and click import file. Same thing as before, putting it in and import file. Now those are exactly where I want them to be, and that makes it really easy. Another really good feature of this app is you can go into your subfolders by clicking folders here, and if I go into teen and elder and I go into bottoms, this is where all of my clothes are. So not everything is organized. As you can see, I have a few tops and hats that shouldn't be in bottoms. So let's go ahead and fix that. So this is clearly not a bottom. This, you can multi-select items, and now I can keep my folder organized, and this is 1 out of 27 pages. And then coming up to the top, this little switch button, move selected files, I can now move it to where it goes. So this is, and it goes in full body, just because I don't separate by tops, bottoms, and stuff like that. So I'm going to move files, and all those files have now been moved there. So this is a great way to go through and keep your mods folder organized to the way you like it. So again, I can just go through and move. Oh, that disabled them. You can also disable. We're just going to activate it back real quick. Okay, so yeah, you kind of see you can activate, you can multi-select, you can even delete the selected files. So maybe you want to get rid of some CC. This adds a really good feature to be able to quickly organize your mods folder. The next thing I want to highlight is the CurseForge tab, where you can look at the CurseForge that you have installed, as well as just mods you may want to get, and you can download this directly from CurseForge. So maybe I like these eyelashes by Miko and I want them in there. I can go ahead and click download and it'll download to my mods folder, and I can use that to organize. The next great feature is the tools tab, which is down here next the bottom. You can see it has a duplicate files option. Go ahead and click show. You have all these files. I'm going to say, you can see I have 29 duplicate files were detected, and go through and make sure that they're all duplicates. And then I can literally come to the top and click delete all, and it's going to delete all the duplicate files in one go. Like, that makes everything so much easier for me. With the same file name, I have two. I can go ahead and select and click delete selected. Typically you're not going to have a lot of these, so that's why there's not a multiple delete. And then revert D1 file names. Now what this means is that when you first installed the Sims 4 mod manager, it's going to rename anything that's duplicate with duplicate 1, duplicate 2, so D1, D2, and you can go through and open, of course I have none, and just click rename all file names, and that will rename them back to what they should be. And yeah, that's really good. Now you also have the advanced tool section, which this is for people who really know the Sims. As they say, mods and CC well. You can find a bunch of ID conflicts, mesh and geometry poly counts, and save games. So that's also a really good one. And then you have the fun tools where she talks about her 𝑐𝒓𝒈𝒂𝒏𝒊𝒛𝒆𝒅 app, and you could play like create a sim, and then you can make a custom loading screen with any image that you want. So you can just select an image from your computer and have your very own custom loading screen, and it is done for you. So this adds a lot to like help out in your game. Also, a really good part are these little tabs over here. So you can look at all your deactivated mods. You can even look at deactivated recolors. You can look at activated recolors, activated merged. I really like these because it kind of helps with everything. So if I click like build by and I click merged, these are merged packages in my build by. Or if I click create a sim and I go into female, teen, and elder and I click, let's see, bottoms, and I click merged, it's going to show me all of the merged packages that I have, which is really like good if I want to go ahead and unmerge these package files. I can literally do so by finding the name and then going into Sims 4 Studio, finding this exact file and like unmerging it. So this has so many good mods and stuff that you can see, and you can also see all the CurseForge stuff that you have. It's really good. It's really good. And staying organized, keeping right, and just having all around organization. I do want to show you the CurseForge feature and how it works. So if I go into browse and let's find something that I may want in my game. Okay, I like this evergreen basic collection, and go ahead and click download, and it's going to download it. But where it's going to be downloaded at is not in your build by file. So what I recommend you do is go back to folders, and in your like main folder, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see the name of that. So let me just find it real quick. Like you see, I have, yeah, okay, Quirky Introvert. This is the file here. I can go ahead and select all of these really quickly that I want, and I can move them into my build by right here, which is all my package files and stuff, and then go ahead and click move files. Then I can go out, find again that folder, which is right here, and you see I'm not using it, so I can go in manually and delete it. Now, like by right clicking, I can go ahead and click delete, and it will delete the folder. And now that has been added into my game. And just to make sure that I didn't already have that mod, I'm going to go ahead and click show and click open and click refresh, and those were not duplicate mods. So this is just an amazing little software program that'll help you stay organized. I am going to mention the Sims 4 Tray Importer because this is absolutely vital for broken CC. So if you have a broken sim, you can save them to your library. Like say you found a piece of CC, you can go in to the Sims 4 Tray Importer and click CC, and you can find that broken CC in order to delete it. And that just really like helps. So like if I click CC on them, you can see it's going to load all the CC that I used on these Sims, which this is my Generation Sims download. And you can kind of see all the CC. Now you're seeing red, but it's not broken. And you can go ahead and see, okay, so I know that I put this hair on her and it was the only piece of CC on her, so I'm going to click that. And if I double click it, it'll pop up where exactly in my file location that it is. Okay, it's the Finley hair. I can go ahead and delete it, and now I no longer have broken CC in my game. Quick little fact, here's a tip for creators. Say you want a Sims portrait or you're looking to use a sim for a thumbnail, you could simply click and print screen and copy, or you can click the save button and click save portraits, and it will save all of the portraits in this household to wherever you put that file location. So it's really good for making thumbnails. All right, and now I'm going to show you my mods folder and how I organize it. So as you can see, you kind of saw that in there, but for each mod that is a script mod, or I have a lot from that creator, they get their own folder titled mods and then that creator name. So 𝒂𝒑 has her own folder, and as you can see, all of my 𝒂𝒑 mods are in here, and it just makes me stay organized. So if something breaks on the website, which I will be showing you where to go to, I can come here. Okay, I know photographic memory mod is broken, and I can delete it, and I know that's by 𝒂𝒑, so it's in that folder. I also keep loading screens and world overrides in a folder together so that I know where to go for that, as well as my default replacements, which are found in my Create a Sim mods. And as you can see, I have two different here, which is sliders in all my cast mods, and then my default replacements here. So which I also file down to whatever they are. And I do this because it just makes it easier for me to find everything. Now I do have one folder that's just a bunch of gameplay mods that are script files, but I only use one of by them, like one specific mod. So like I only have the custom mill products and stuff by 𝒐𝒔, so they only get in the gameplay folder, and I recommend you kind of do that as well. MC Command Center, of course, down to everything, and this is kind of how I organize it. My Create a Sim is organized by gender, and I even have one that's packs, and these are all like pack downloads. You can also see that in my face, I even go as far as to do that. Now, I don't use the default version of the eyes because I have my own default place where I want it, but I do use the non-default versions, and as well as just anything that you see here. So skin details, and as you can see, I have quite a bit of skin details. And yeah, so that's kind of just how I organize my mods folder. Now I'm going to show you how I keep all of them up to date for new patches or game updates. If you're not familiar with the EA Answers HQ webpage, then you should probably familiarize yourself, because Luthen Rising makes a page strictly to broken mods from the patch. So, new malware threat, April 7th malware VM mod that is downloadable as a text file that contains a link known as Sims Forecast Tools on Nexus, and it just has a lot of really good information. So these are all broken mods, last updated April 16th. So you can just go through and see, okay, oh, I have Seriously CCO not working right now with prepped ingredients. They just put out an update, so this one is updated, but you can see that these mods, okay, I know that I need to go in and fix this, and this webpage will be linked down below. The last program I'd like to show you is Sims 4 Studio, and I use this for one reason. If you're a modder, you have multiple, but for me, I use this for one reason, and it is in the content management tab. I like to merge and unmerge my packages, like I spoke about before, and batch fixes. This is the most important thing I recommend that you do every time you add CC, is go to cast and click update cast CC for all genders. Make sure it's at the right folder and click run and allow it to go through all of your CC and update it to the current patch in which the Sims 4 is for. And I do this because it makes it so much easier on making sure that everything is updated with cast sliders. Everything is right for this patch, because if you don't do that, you're going to have lipstick that you can't change the shade or hue of, or you're going to have eyes that may not be right. And as you can see, mine are all updated, so no fix was needed. And you can go and click the X. I also use it for my objects, and I go through each and every one of these and update to whatever, because as you can see, fixed bed slots, this was for high school years when it came out. And just do this because a lot of CC is not updated to that current patch, because CC really doesn't break from game updates, but script mods do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I keep an organized mods folder with really just one simple software program, and then the rest are just optional. You really don't need Sims 4 Studio or Sims 4 Tray Importer, but I do recommend that you have them if you are a serious modder or into mods, period, because it does make it easier and more organized. I hope this video was educational for you and you walked away learning something that you didn't know before. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the outro. Bye, guys.